Well, welcome to more Farm3 Houses. Well, today's a support episode, but then Gilbert was like, "Did you know?"
I see. So the enemy has prepared for our arrival.
Yes,
It
Dimitri.
matters not. I will kill them all, whether they are 1 or 100.
That's not necessary.
What would you do if you saw the people who stole everything from you? If you saw them right before your eyes, living carefree lives and feeling no guilt? Would you feel nothing? Do nothing? 5 years ago, did you not deem the woman who killed Gerald to be unforgivable? I am most certain that you did. You couldn't let her get away with her crime, so you took up your sword in pursuit.
You're right.
Precisely my point. We're the same, you and I.
You're wasting your time. There's nothing to be gained from exchanging words with a boar that has lost its mind.
Felix?
This is war. Every last one of us has lost someone we care for. But we all choose to suppress our anger and grief and go right on living. Do you know why?
Because we've given up. It's pointless.
That's right. All the boar is accomplishing is sticking up more corpses.
Tell me, Felix.
Tell me.
If the dead are beyond reach, is it not also pointless to mourn, or even bury those who are lost?
That mind of yours. I'm done here. Remember, Professor, it's not compassion for this fool that has brought our armies so far. There are those of us who despise the Empire, and those who side with the Church. If we keep running down this path, it's only a matter of time before the ground beneath us collapses.
That's enough, Felix.
Everyone's here.
You're a damned fool, old man.
The soldiers are ready to march on your command.
Then let's move out at once. Every moment counts.
Understood. Let's show those Empire dastards the power of the Knights of Fargus.
Let's see if he becomes playable. I don't think he does. I think he's just like a tactician kind of character. No, we're not setting out. I could, but here's the thing. So many supports. So many. All at once. Well, I mean, yeah, I got a lot. Oh. Thank you. Got some Dusker people. I could do some, we have loads of support, so like loads of A's and stuff. But it's kind of necessary to do them. Otherwise, oh yeah, Ash doesn't get supports. But pretty much everyone has supports right now. So I think it's kind of necessary to do. But then we're going to go fight the Great Bridge anyway. Let's do my A supports first. Got a lot of them. I have, geez, okay, maybe not all my A supports. First off, Hilda A support. Let's get this.
Professor, I asked to be on the sidelines. Why did you put me on the battlefield? You did protect me, so I guess I can't complain. Wait a second, you're hurt. Did that happen when you were defending me?
Yes. Honesty.
Oh, I thought so. How could you be so reckless? Perhaps you'll say that that's what friends do. They look out for each other and save each other. But if I saw you getting attacked, I wouldn't risk my neck to save you.
Yes, you would. I know everything.
Don't overestimate me. I don't know if I've told you this, Professor. I have a very impressive big brother. I'm not just saying that. He's strong, smart, nice. He's basically perfect. Before Claude turned up, people talked about him becoming the next leader of the Alliance. Anyway, my parents have high expectations for my brother, and he almost always meets them.
High expectations, indeed.
If something's even a little bit difficult, I find someone else to do it for me. That's what I've done my whole life.
Are you scared of disappointing people?
Of course. I can't stand the idea of not meeting someone's expectations. I know how people react when that happens. From watching my brother, I mean. People force their expectations on you, and then if you fail, they look so disappointed. Whenever that happens to my poor brother, he looks just devastated. So don't expect anything of me, please. That way, I can't disappoint you.
I won't expect anything, but I believe in you.
You're stubborn. Okay, fine. Keep believing in me. I do want to support you and support my friends. I just don't want to let you down.
Dragon Holders, the team support A. We can do one more, I reckon. Actually, no, we'll do some other ones. Flame Sylvain.
Sylvain.
Hi. Why do you look so down?
Why
But
so
hey,
down?
If you're talking to me of your own accord, can I assume you've figured out I'm not a monster?
I wanted to apologize about my treatment of you earlier, Sylvain. I am not normally one to put stock in such rumors.
Nothing to be upset
Stock.
about. I mean, I've kind of earned that reputation. I've got this sickness. When I see a pretty girl, I can't stop myself from flirting with her. Like you, for instance.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear of your illness. Perhaps my magic will help heal you.
Huh? No, I didn't mean it like that.
No? Are you not ill then?
You know what?
You didn't get it.
Let's just...
Oblivious 100.
Let's move on. Can I take this to mean everything is good between us?
Of course. Sylvain, I look forward to getting to know you without the falsity of rumors.
Great. Would you like to celebrate our new friendship by joining me for a meal?
You would treat me to a feast? That is very kind of you.
A chance to spend time with a sweet girl like yourself? It's a pleasure. Your voice like birdsong, your eyes clear as diamonds. But above all, I'm drawn to your kind and loving heart. I am a captive to your charms, Flame.
I hear that very frequently. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess a girl as cute as you would get a lot of compliments.
Anyway, what type of meal were you considering, Sylvain? I would love some seafood, followed by a delicious cake. Oh, I am absolutely famished, as I often am. Shall we be on our way?
She's a tough one. Sheltered girls like her usually fall for that kind of stuff. But she's much too savvy, even for a smooth talker like myself.
Classic Sylvain at its finest. The classic Sylvain. I want to get Seteth and Gilbert supports definitely because they're pretty important. Okay. Seteth Ingrid. Get it on.
Are you familiar with the story of the King of Liberation and the 10 elites of Fodlan?
Of course. They were the heroes who struck down evil with the power of the sacred weapons, protecting our land and people. Their strength was passed down through the ages, manifesting itself in the crest some of us are born with.
Yes, the 10 elites certainly possessed great power. But does that make them worthy of worship?
I imagine you ask because they later fought amongst themselves, turning on one another, ravaging the land.
Precisely. Initially, Nemesis and the 10 elites worked together to bring peace to Fodlan. But soon their ambitions got the best of them, and they clashed, using their sacred weapons on anyone they chose, strong and weak alike. What I mean to say is, possessing strength alone does not make one worthy of respect. Rather, one should be judged by how they choose to use that strength.
Yes, I agree.
If you follow that logic, then you will see it also applies to those who are born with crests. Now think of how your father wishes to wed you to another family's fortune on the basis of your crest.
Yes? What of it?
These are purely inherited qualities. Is it not foolish to judge a person's value by some inherited fortune? That is all a crest is, really.
That's what I think too. Having a crest or not has no bearing on your worth as a person.
I understand that Count Galatea believes he has the right to manage your affairs. I am certain he has his own share of problems. And I do not wish to meddle or lay blame. But if there is anything I should like to say to his daughter, it is this. How you live your life is up to you.
Thank you for your counsel and wisdom, Sebeth. I've been thinking a lot lately about what might happen after the war. I will take some time to reflect on what lies ahead. My future.
Wise man set us. To be fair, he's got a good point. Crest don't make you a person, or doesn't make you special. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna ask support for me now. Oh geez, alright. Ingrid's got a lot of supports. Not Sylvain, what does he have? None just yet. Only one with me. What is in Felix ones, possibly? He also will do a Felix Ingrid support.
Why are you taking over my cleaning responsibilities?
Why?
You're wounded, and you're going too slowly. I couldn't stand to watch.
You're still fretting over me, are you? I'm fine now, really. It wasn't even serious.
Could have handled the situation alone. That enemy wasn't much of a threat.
Yes, we all know you could have. But I also didn't want to risk something unforeseen befalling you. I've been doing some thinking. I feel a bit lost. I don't know that I'm cut out to be a knight after all. Without fulfilling that dream, about being a knight, I've been asking myself where my place is in the world. And I think I found my answer. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. So I want to protect those I hold dear.
That's why you were protecting me, huh? What a fool you are.
Foolish to act in line with what I value most? Were I to die, I would die knowing I followed my heart, my truest calling. I've been reading through more of that book I was telling you about. Recall the hypothetical question it posed? Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
You've been reading that garbage again?
The book never specified that one should prioritize the commander's orders. Instead, it suggested that one should follow their heart in the matter. That's what a knight, that's what anyone being true to themselves should do.
That's just the editor's opinion.
Of course, and I find value in that opinion. Glenn died following his heart, not heeding the commands of the country or even the royal family. I will follow his example, no matter the outcome, no matter the circumstance. I believe in myself.
You know nothing.
What is it that you know then? What is it you fight for, Felix?
My own beliefs.
I see no difference from my own stance.
You don't understand.
You fight to be stronger than everyone, that you might protect those you care for, correct?
Okay, fine. You do understand. My point is, don't let this happen again. If you died, I'd be annoyed.
To avoid
You'd be annoyed.
then, I suggest you continue to grow stronger. If that happens, I might allow you to protect me too.
You're insufferable.
Nice. Very nice. Ingrid knows that she must protect everyone she loves. Annette Mercedes.
Annie, do you have a moment? Is this about what happened when we were shopping? If so, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Not so fast. I haven't properly apologized yet. So, I'm sorry. I got scared. Imagine if something bad happened to you because of me. Mercy. You would have just run away if you were on your own, wouldn't you? Instead, you acted defensively because I was there. I dragged you down. Mercy, you're upsetting me! How dare you say that you dragged me down? You know why I was acting so recklessly? Because I wanted to protect my best friend in the whole world. Annie. Do you remember when we first enrolled at the academy? It seemed like everyone was leagues ahead of us and so far out of reach. I felt completely hopeless. But because you were there, I didn't lose hope. So, don't say stupid things about how you dragged me down or how you don't deserve things. Thank you for saying that. And again, I'm sorry. You're just so important to me. I know I could never find another friend like you. You stayed by my side through thick and thin. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me.
Mercy, can we be friends again?
Of course, Annie. Friends forever.
Good. I don't know what I would have done if we hadn't found a way to make up.
I'm sorry. I should have said something sooner.
No, I'm the one who should have stopped being so stubborn and said something. You know, now that everything's as it should be, I'm suddenly starving.
That's just like you. Come, let's go for tea.
Ooh, let's! And we should have some Mercy baked sweets on the side. I think I love you more than just about anything in the world.
You do? Oh, Annie, you're too sweet.
Not as sweet as your baking. I love your baking more than anything in the world, too. Other than you.
Well, I'm always happy to bake for you, Annie.
I'm so happy to have you bake, back.
That was nice. Reunion party! Woo woo. Okay, I got so many 8 supports. Wow, let's go for the Sylvain. What do you have to say now?
That hurts.
We'll go beat him up.
Professor. Thanks for stopping by.
How's your injury? You got hurt protecting me. That's on the battlefield.
I was even told I'd be cleared for service starting tomorrow. Besides, I got the scar fighting for you. It's almost like a medal or something.
Didn't you want to... Wait, what? Are you happy you protected me?
When I thought you were going to be killed for real, my reflexes kicked in. I reacted without thinking. It doesn't mean I've stopped being jealous of you. But come on, I can't help but look up to you. If I'd had the guts to run away from home, I wonder if I would have cared as little about my crest as you do yours.
You didn't have the courage.
No. But if I thought I could have escaped, I would have tried. I'd leave behind House Gautier and the life of a nobleman and anybody who knew I had a crest. Our home is to the very north of the kingdom. Just across the mountain from us is land inhabited by foreigners to Fodlan. It once belonged to Fargus, but now that the kingdom has collapsed, it's only a matter of time until fighting breaks out. Anyway, that land has been contested for centuries. All that time, it has fallen to House Gautier to protect it. Actually, our Lance of Ruin has been doing most of the protecting.
But it was stolen, I remember, 5 years ago.
Those were dangerous times. One wrong step, and we would have lost our relic to the church. My father was afraid that the church would try to keep the lance, so he entrusted it to me. If an emergency arose, I was supposed to be called back home. I guess those very situations are why my family values crest so much. Since I bear a crest, my parents made sure I was never left wanting. My older brother didn't have one, and so when I was born, he was pushed aside. You know, he once shoved me in a well. He left me on the mountainside in the middle of winter, too.
Shoved him in a well? That's horrible.
Even as a little kid, I understood why he was like that. My mere existence stole everything from him. I have no right to complain when I am surrounded by people who would give anything to bear a crest, but do not. Now, women smile at me for the same reason my parents adore me, and my brother wanted me dead. And I have to meet them all with a smile and a wink, because I have a crest.
So what you really feel towards women is?
The women who just want to use me to become nobility? Hatred's probably the right word. Though, in the end, that's just an easy answer. I don't even know how I truly feel about it all. Anyway, it was pretty unreasonable of me to resent you. I'm really sorry about that. And I want to say thank you, Professor. Seriously, thank you.
For what, Sylvain?
Before I met you, I'd gone my whole life not knowing there was another way for me to live. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad we met.
Me too, buddy. Me too, buddy, Sylvain. We should probably think with Ash. I just realised. I'm not having to talk to Felix. Nice.
Sylvain, eat these.
Eat these.
What are these, Felix? Oh, hey, is this candy?
A girl in town gave them to me, but I don't want them.
Right. You don't like sweet stuff. Thanks. I'll eat them later. So, what do you need? Want me to help you get closer to a girl? Just point her out.
You're incorrigible. No. I wanted to thank you for your help in battle.
Incorrigible.
If you hadn't spotted that enemy ambush, I would have been killed.
Nah, I didn't do anything special. Friends help each other out, especially on the battlefield. Just a little give and take, you know?
You never change.
Nope. I try to stay on an even keel.
You're always...
Always what?
Nothing.
Come on. If you've got something on your mind, then say it.
Maybe I'll tell you later, maybe I won't.
Fair enough. I'll be having something to eat while you're deciding whatever it is you're deciding. Actually, come with me. My treat. If you do want to talk, then I'm right there.
Okay, just this once. Only because you saved my life.
Free food, possible conversation, and when we're done, we can find some girls.
Very angry Felix. He's just gone.
Joke! Felix, I was joking. Come on, let's just go eat.
Classic Sylvain. Never stop thinking about women. But he hates ones who like just use me for a crest. I don't even know what that means, but okay. Let's take it.
Training on your own? You really do work hard.
I hate to break it to you, Sylvain, but there's nobody here for you to flirt with. So there's not much reason to hang around.
You're here, aren't you?
Snap.
How ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as your face.
You'd really say something like that to a handsome guy like me? I'm crushed. Joking aside, may I join you? I only came out here so I could train too.
Sure, just don't get in my way.
I've been thinking about it, and I really depend on you. Maybe that's weird since I'm older than you, but still.
Hitting on me? Again? Have some dignity, would you?
No, I'm being honest. I thought you'd
He's
listen.
angry now.
Hey, I'd like it if you didn't get too far away from me on the battlefield, okay? Just stay where I can see you.
I'll stay as long as I can. You're useless without me, after all.
What? No, I'm saying if there's one thing I can do on the battlefield, it's keep you safe.
Whatever helped you feel better. Stay and protect me then. I couldn't bear if you went off and died on me while I wasn't around.
I'm pretty sure that's my line.
It's getting late. We'd better head out.
You're right. I'm exhausted anyway.
You haven't been practicing enough. All that time you waste chasing after women would be better spent training. I'll train with you anytime, so just... What's the strange look for?
Well, you're going to think I'm being a jerk or hitting on you or whatever. When we're side by side like this, training, I feel, I don't know, oddly at ease.
I know what you mean. It's probably because we've been friends for so long.
That must be it. Let's never change. Friends forever?
Absolutely. No matter what happens, always be friends, Sylvain.
Always be friends. A friendship episode. We'll always be friends. Okay. Right, Ingrid's... Well, Annette, okay. I haven't done like many Annette supports, to be honest. Annette, Ingrid.
Ingrid? What's
Very
the
depressed,
matter,
Annette.
You look upset.
I'm just so sorry. I had no idea.
I'm not sure I follow. Take a breath. What's going on?
Well, I was really curious about why you're not interested in things like makeup. So I asked some of our friends about it, and...
Oh, I see. I imagine they mentioned that my family was fairly poor, and they probably also mentioned that I lost my fiancé. Correct?
They did. I'm so sorry. It was thoughtless of me to try pushing those things on you.
It's perfectly fine, Annette. It's true, my family struggled financially. It wasn't easy growing up, but it taught me values I wouldn't have learned otherwise. And we weren't so poor that I consider myself deprived. I'm sure my family would have bought me makeup if I had wanted it, but it never mattered enough to me. Not then, and not now.
Oh, so you just never sought that stuff out?
Never. While I acknowledge it can be fun, fussing over my outward appearance isn't an instinct of mine. When I was younger, I'd usually be found covered in dirt, bugged in my hair, and a big smile on my face. Things haven't changed too much since. Then, when my fiancé passed on, my priorities shifted even further. It reminded me of what's most important in life. Beyond that, it's hard to think of myself changing without him around to see it, even if it's something trivial like how I present myself. But talking to you has helped me realize it's okay to loosen up and enjoy those things, if I want. So, thank you.
Me? Oh, I didn't do anything at all. Except pester.
More importantly, do you notice anything different about me today?
Yes. It's very subtle, but I could tell right away that you were using that makeup I gave you.
You could? Oh, that makes me happy. I was trying to apply it just how you showed me.
You did great. It really suits you.
I think there's a lot I can learn from you, Annette. You've helped me embrace a lighter side of life I quite like.
It's my pleasure. Oh, this is so great. Want to go shopping to celebrate?
Shopping? But what would we buy? That sounds so overwhelming.
There's a dress I've been eyeing for a while now. I'm certain it will complement your pretty eyes. Just leave it to me, Ingrid. I'll make you the most fabulous knight this world has ever seen.
Well, that does sound fun. I look forward to it.
Jeez, everyone's just like, it's apology, friends. No, jeez, everyone has support with Ash. I feel sorry for him. Support. But wow, literally everyone here has support with Ash. I feel sorry, but I'm sorry, Ash. I haven't used you that much. Right, well, let's get some of my supports. I'd like to support with. How about Ingrid? I've like 5 Ingrid supports in a row.
Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you.
I'm happy to listen if you want.
Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this.
Let's hear it anyway. What is it?
This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry, for the benefit of the Galatea family.
You don't have to do what you don't want to. That's true, yeah.
My father feels wrong. I've seen how he's struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Now that this war has begun, my father has allowed me to fight for my homeland. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble.
Sometimes I know avoiding such complications, could you not find a way to do both? I agree.
To follow both my dream and my duty? I had never considered that as an option. Perhaps there is a way. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor, through and through. always listening to others' troubles, and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
That's a nice support, very nice support. I think that's going to be the end of this support episode. Yeah, I think so. We got... Oh yeah, I've got some other stuff like bullion. Things like... Yeah, trade stuff. Let's give some stuff back. Spurs Alpha Hand Axe seems pretty nice. Yeah, vulnerary, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna equip my guys some new gear. I'm gonna give me the Sarah shield for now, just because no one else is using it, so I might as well take it. Now I gain +5 protection, and it halves monster damage and heals me every turn. I've also got some magic herbs to give out, which I got some stat boosters. Spirit Dust, Rocky Burdocks, got all this stuff. I'll give this out to people, and anyway, hope you all enjoyed this episode. The next episode, we'll be doing the mission. The first real battle, I'd like to call it, because the other one was, well, just against like rogue forces. I think this is like Alliance and the Empire. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna do the Great Bridge Coup in the next episode, and yeah, I'll see you guys then for the Great Bridge Coup episode. See you guys.